Alright, took me forever to do this video. Welcome to the first Beyond the Unbox. I've had this for going on 2 years now. I got this for Christmas. I already set it up. It were pretty much the same as the MPD, so it doesn't really matter. First question. If you're choosing between these two, I'm going to tell you this now. It really depends on your preference. If you have a home studio, someplace to work at, it's hands down this. But that would also mean if you have a home studio, you have something else to play keys on. Naturally. Now, if you're one of those traveling backpack producers that just want to whip out a laptop and start working somewhere, or say, for instance, when I'm at school, and like I get my work finished real fast, so when I get bored, I just start making beats. So for that type of person, you whip out this. This is for portable. Would I use this in a studio? It's only one feature on here that I would personally reserve for ever using in studio use. Let me focus this. Alright. It's only one feature, and that'd probably be the sustain and then the pads, because it full triggers the pads without the need for a full levels button. Alright. Now for those that are extremely confused about what the heck I'm talking about, MPD, of course, pads. 32 basically means 32 pads. I believe that's what it was saying, because the MPD32 came out first, and then I believe the 18, 24, 32. And then it became 26, which was like 26 adopted the features from this 32 and then pretty much slapped those onto the 24. Alright, hope that just helped you out. MPK owners, MPK Mini, I believe this is the last one. There's one right above it, which is the MPK25, which is not very backpack friendly, so now I see why they made this. But there's the MPK 25, 49, and 88. I would love to get an 88, just for the fact that there's not that many 88 key MIDI keyboards. If y'all know a better 88, please let me know down there. Story. I had the choice between this and the machine. I chose this because at the time I did not know what the machine was. This was before they started doing those product videos, and I knew this worked with FL Studio. From what all the information I've gathered up to the date, if you just use FL Studio or Reason or Ableton, you'd actually be doing yourself a solid just getting an MPD32. A machine is its own software. That's for people that have really already used the MPC and then they just want to bridge it to digital as easy as possible. So if you're coming in looking for something and you use FL Studio or Reason or Ableton, if you've gotten to the point where, okay, you've mastered and you just want to make things run faster, streamline your process, whatever, this would probably benefit you a little more than learning machine. That's just my personal opinion. Don't bite my neck. Now I promised y'all I'd show y'all how to set this up, so that means I gotta plug this up. Alright. See that MPK Mini editor? I'm talking about this right here, folks. That's, I believe, the software for MPK people. I'm about to use that to show you the numbers. Alright, that took a while. Now it's hooked up, you can tell because it's lit up and stuff. It does come with your MPK Mini, and if you don't have it, it's also on the Akai website. I'll put a link to that down in the description. But this is for the MPK Mini, folks. But the numbers I'm about to show you for how these correspond, the numbers for the pads correspond to these, and how they link up in FL Studio also apply to if you edited the pads from here as well. Your pads, they go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8. And that's bank 1. And then bank 2, it's, even though the numbers just say that, this is actually your 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, blah, blah, blah. I cannot count. 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Never mind, I was doing it right. But bank 1, and then you should pretty much understand how that translate. If you gotten that, then good. Now, with the MPK Mini, there's also this function right here called program change. I don't know if I had this exact, but I get it working most of the time when I have that held down. I hit program change, and then I come down here to the keys. Then I toggle between them a couple times, and then come back and turn program change off, and then normally we go to like my next program, so on and so forth. So if we're doing the math straight here, that's 8 pads per pad channel 1, 8 pads per pad channel 2. So that means in total this converts to at least 16 pads by itself. Now that 16 times the 4 program changes right here is what gives you about 64 pads to play with. So if you understand that, then this next part will not be confusing. But these numbers, if you disregard the fact that they're split up into 2 different banks, they actually count from 1 all the way up to 16. So these same numbers from 1 all the way up to 16 would apply to pad bank A when this is plugged up. So preset 1 and 2 from the pictures I just provided are for the FPC banks A and B. So FPC bank A and B, preset 1 and 2. Preset 3 and 4 is basically piano roll from note. Yeah, it's basically like piano notes from note. Yeah, G number 3. But I just use the CC number because it makes things a lot easier. Oh yeah, and I forgot about this because some people don't, you may get a different thing where it'll be display the number or display the note. Personally, I would tell you switch that to number. It'll make your life easier. And I believe in the MPD that you can either change it by note or by number. I'm just giving this away. This was supposed to be a quick tip video, but in all honesty, it'll take about 20 minutes to set up either the MPK or the MPD. But it's worth it for streamlining process. That's truly all I had to share. One more thing that I do need to add is the fact that I've been asked a couple questions about latency that I can't solve because I'm still trying to work out the latency issue for myself. Like for instance, if you paid attention to the last video that just went up on the page, I'm gonna put the box right there. If you pay attention to that video, you'll hear that what I'm actually playing and then what's actually been recorded sound different. I learned how to compensate for my latency. That's latency. But that's mostly a FL Studio thing. I don't believe Reason has that problem, or Ableton. But actually Ableton doesn't have that problem. But it's a thing in FL Studio where it adjusts depending upon your computer. But hopefully, just hopefully, something in this video helped you out. And if it did, I please would appreciate it if you would rate the video, comment, And if you really enjoy the content that I'm bringing out, consider subscribing, because this is more than just me. The Fortnites may have been started by me, and it's Jesus if you didn't know. But my friends help out a lot. So hopefully this helped you out. If you haven't checked out the last couple videos, I believe this one's still running, but also check out this one if you're still FL Studio beginner. I know I could have definitely benefited from some of the stuff I put in this video that people were always holding back. But hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please, please, please share it with somebody. It's mostly for the Akai Meta users. I need a haircut. I'm gonna see y'all next week.
You gotta slow it down. You gotta slow it. You gotta slow it. You gotta slow it down. You gotta slow it down.